This is Times Drive and I'm Joel Pereira. Now, back in December 2010 when Toyota launched the Etios sedan, they also promised us a hatchback based on the same platform. Well, 6 months later, here it is. They're calling it the Etios Liva. Here's Kailash Menon with our full test drive.
Now, it's no news to you that India is the hatchback capital of the world, and if you're a car manufacturer here in India, a mass market premium hatchback is a must in your portfolio. Yes, the Super Mini segment in here is nothing less than a war zone. You have the Swifts ruling the roost, the Polos and Figos fighting it out, the Micras and Puntos too wanting a piece of the pie. So every car manufacturer has a premium hatchback and everybody claims to be better than the best. The buyer, however, is spoiled for choice. And you know what? Clogging this hotly contested segment further is the recently launched Etios Liva. Looks familiar, doesn't it? That's because the snout is similar to that of the Etios sedan, and only once you glance past the B-pillar, the Liva livens up. The boot has been slashed away, the wheelbase shortened, and overall, it's a bit sexed up. Now, I like the blue color. I mean, the car looks much cooler. The chunky 15-inch tires are also a nice touch. They fill well with the wheel arches. I mean, they complement each other pretty well. Cosmetic upgrades like the side skirts running along is also a nice touch. So all in all, the side profile is a lot younger and a lot fresher too. Now, there's no doubt about the fact that the Liva looks the best when viewed from the back. I love the spoiler. The meaty, chunky rear bumper also looks good. So if you talk about the design, it has thankfully broken away from the bland and boring Etios sedan DNA. But on the road, how does it stack up against competition? Now, under the hood, you have a 1.2-litre engine which is derived from the same 1.5-litre block that operates in the Etios sedan. This one puts out 79 bhp and 104 Newton meters of torque. I know what you're thinking, it's nothing great, but here's the thing. The Liva weighs a mere 920 kilos. That makes it the lightest hatch on the block. So does the featherweight, the spoilers and skirts, and the bolt-on sportiness translate into eager performance? Sadly, no. Yes, it's got the best power-to-weight ratio in its class, but when you stomp your right foot onto the floor, it fails to respond. I mean, it doesn't have that get-up-and-go feel. The performance too is more predictable than peppy. You really have to go past 2000 RPM mark to get her off her heels, and that is primarily because the motor is tuned to deliver fuel efficiency. So this car is designed to take you from point X to Y with the least amount of drama and excitement, and if it's excitement and hot hatch-like performance that you crave, you should surely steer clear of the Liva. So it's not a pocket rocket that will excite you, but does it step up to the city chores? Is it really an able, reliable city car? Yes, it is, and the good news is that the company claims a mileage of 18.31 kilometers to a litre of fuel. The steering wheel on the Liva is pretty light, which is okay for a city commute because it eases the rush hour experience. You can easily wiggle in and out of bumper-to-bumper traffic. Also, slotting this car into tight parking spaces is not like a workout. However, there is a downside to that light steering wheel, especially while you're on the highway at high speeds. The steering wheel fails to stiffen up. As a result, the handling at high speeds is a bit scary. The fat 15-inch rubbers offer a good road grip, and the Liva handles pretty well at city speeds. On the inside though, it's an Etios clone. And when it comes to cabin space, the Liva beats every competitor, pants down. The Liva is a perfect example of smart space utilization. Check these wafer-thin S-shaped front seats out. And mind you, this driver's seat has been fully pulled back, yet I have a lot of knee room. So even if you're a 6-foot plus guy, the Liva's rear seats will make sure that you have a snug fit at the rear without poking your knee into the driver's spine. Pop open the boot and you get 251 liters of space. And there are a few smart storage compartments too. Now, I like the glove box. It's got 13 liters of storage space capacity. It's also got an AC vent inside, so it is going to keep your 6-pack cola cans pretty cool. And what the heck, it's spacious enough to even house your pet pug and keep him cool all day long. Does it feel plush and rich? Now, the problem is that the Liva is a cheaply put together car and the cost cutting is pretty pronounced and evident. For example, check these doors out. These are wafer light doors And when you close these, they don't close with a reassuring heavy thud. In fact, when you close these, they feel pretty flimsy and cheap. Niggles don't end there. No automatic climate control and no driver's seat height adjust for the top-end VX variant. So it has a share of frills and some flaws too. But the big question, at 5,99,000 ex-showroom Delhi, should you buy one? Buy the Etios Levi if you want an able, frugal, reliable city car. Mind you, it's not a pocket rocket nor is it scorching to look at. But if you want a capable city car with tons of space and Toyota's legendary built-to-last quality, the Etios Levi it is.